How do you get a deal on Virgin Voyages? That's the question today. Let's talk about it. The first way is to avoid holidays. Everyone already knows that. The more helpful tip is to have a little bit of flexibility around the date, because the sailing I'm on right now is half the price of the sailing I'm going to be on in a week and a half. So if you have a time frame that you're trying to sail in, price out a few of those dates, and at the same time, try to avoid those holidays. Which, by the way, if you're new here, I'm Christine Lozada with Where in the World to Sail. I make travel videos every week to help you get up, get out, and go travel. So if you like to travel, consider subscribing. I am currently on Virgin Voyages sailing number 10. I have so many YouTube videos, helpful blog posts. There's one that goes with this as well, and a killer deal in the description for you. Let's talk about the next helpful tips, because I want you to get on this sailing. Ooh. Sorry, I got excited. That never happens. Oops, got tilted a little bit. I want you to get a deal because I want you to get on these sailings because they are a ton of fun. The next way to get a deal, cheers by the way, is to ride the wave. The wave sale happens during this time frame, and during that time, it's a good time for you to be looking for deals. And one helpful, not just Virgin Voyages, but pro traveler tip, Black Friday. I try very hard to plan the next year's travel, and on Black Friday, or Cyber Week or whatever they do now these days, I am trying to book as many of my travel trips, airlines, hotels, and Virgin Voyages during that time. But Black Friday and ride the wave, again, wave sale happens around this time. That's a good time to look for deals. This video is about to get real good. The next helpful way to get a deal is the lock it in rate. Ooh, this one can be risky. Why is that? Because once you lock it in, you can make zero changes to your voyage. Save that money, spend it on champagne. The next way is the way that I do it. And I didn't believe in this way. I really didn't believe in this way. And that's working with a travel agent. But not just any travel agent, because actually in full transparency, I'm a Virgin Voyages travel agent and I've booked nobody. Why? Because I don't get as good of a deal. I mean, there's like 22,000 Virgin Voyages travel agents, and 100, the top 100 first mates, those guys and girls, they get insane deals. Like, they get discounts that not everyone else has access to. And when you work with one of those, you get a better deal. That's what I do. Ooh, and actually this part's really important to me. Look at all the hooks that I got. I just started using these hooks. They're really helpful. There's a whole Amazon list, by the way. So one of the things though is don't just rely on the travel agent. Whether you work with the dude I love, JC, he's the man. He will get you a great deal. He's a top 100. Make sure you get quotes. Get quotes directly from Virgin Voyages, and then get quotes from whatever other travel agent you're working with. And make sure you're being a smart traveler and comparing. That's what I love to do. You gotta make sure you get a good deal so you can spend the rest of your money on more travel and vacation, right? So there's a link in the description below so that you can go get a quote. It's probably gonna be good. If I'm honest, I bet a lot of you will think this, my next Virgin Voyages, I bet you think that this is the better deal, but you should look at the travel agent thing, because you just should. You should do both. You should get a quote from one and get a quote from the other. The next thing that you can do, wrong shoe, room type. How can you get a deal on Virgin Voyages? The room type. A lot of people don't know this. I asked in the Facebook group, come join us in the Facebook group. There's a link in the description below. But I asked in the Facebook group if people knew this, that the majority of rooms on Virgin Voyages are balcony rooms. But you don't have to get a balcony room just because most of the rooms are balcony rooms. You can get an insider room, and I was hanging out with all the social sailors or solo sailors, and some of them booked the solo insider rooms. And those rooms aren't that bad. I actually recently looked at one of them. You want to see what it looks like? It looks like this. And it's actually like not that bad in my opinion. Tell me if you would stay in a room like this. I think it's just enough. A lot of them felt like it was a little bit too cozy, but like that got used to it over time. You should spend most of your time out and about enjoying the ship. I'm about to. I got 3 more for you, but if you're getting some value out of this video, cheers that like button, consider subscribing. If you have a helpful tip, we're all a community, add it in the comments below and tell me in the comments when you're on a sailing, because I'm on this ship all the time. I'm on this ship 3 times for 3 different sailings this month. It's been awesome. I don't really know how to put this stuff on. What am I doing? I guess I'll just go all the way across. And this way? I feel like I'm not supposed to be putting it there. The next way to get a deal is some of the things that Virgin Voyages does. Like an example, and keep an eye. We talk about cruise news all the time and like what to know. And one of the things that my travel agent JC and I talk about and recently put a video out about is the Mediterranean cruise. And so the summer program, you can get amazing deals directly through Virgin Voyages on some of these interesting, like Summer on the Med sailing. Super cool, but insane deal with that as well, if you have the time and flexibility to do something like that. The next way is look for local discounts. So in other words, things like we sailed this time out of Miami, and so like the Florida resident discount program, look for things like that. That's another one. And here's one that I think is interesting, and it's another way, which is the transatlantic cruises. And so a lot of those will be priced a little bit differently than normal sailings. Again, it's a lot of days at sea, and you gotta be okay with being at sea for a long time. But the transatlantic is another option for you, so look into and price some of those as well. All right, let's recap what we heard today. How can you save money and get a deal on Virgin Voyages? There's a few ways. The first one is to think about the date. Have a little bit of flexibility and avoid any kind of holidays. The next way is the wave sale. Check out Black Friday and make sure you're looking at these specific dates to look for deals during the wave. The next way, lock it in. No changes allowed, but lock in that rate. The room type. Yes, you can get a sea terrace room, but you can also get a deal by doing an insider room, or if you're alone, a solo insider room. That's another way. Next is working with a travel agent. I love JC, he's amazing. The top 100, get a different deal. So make sure you are working with a top 100 travel agent. You can grab your deal in the description below. The next one, if you are a resident of where they are sailing out of, like for example, the Florida resident program, make sure you're looking into that for a deal. And also there's deals through Virgin Voyages, like the Summer on the Med, for example. So be looking for what some of the things they're doing. They're launching new ships all the time, and a transatlantic one might be your next solution. Don't forget, if you got some value out of this video, cheers that like button, add your helpful tip for all the community. I'm Christine Lozada. Come join me on a sailing. It's fun. Join us in the Facebook group. More videos available to you. No, I'm not going to Scarlet Night, but there's a helpful video for that in my playlist. Make sure you look at the playlist. Tonight, we fancy on Dominican days. I had a lot of fun. I'll see you in the next adventure. Ciao. I'm here with someone I'm super excited about. Tell me, who are you?
Jason Carter, Seasun Vacations, also top 100 with Virgin Voyages.
Top 100 travel agent, and if you didn't know this, there are over 20,000 of them. There's a reason why I work with this guy. And I don't know if you know this, JC, I decided to test how good your deals are. So we're going to do we're going to do a side-by-side comparison of there's a screaming deal. I'm looking at it right now on Virgin Voyages, up to 80% off second sailor on select voyages. That's a pretty killer deal. So we're going to compare our deals. But first, tell us why. Why are people able to get a better deal with you than booking direct with Virgin Voyages?
So they give travel agents a lot of leeway. So we have the ability to offer great deals on Sailor Loot, especially me being part of the top 100. I have access to a lot of tricks that I can help people out and get the best deal, get them Sailor Loot. And it's big. I mean, you know, getting someone $600, $800 on the trip is significant.
That is significant. And so given that, what I did was, so I have a sailing coming up on May 24th. And you can see it on my screen. I'm pricing it out on Virgin Voyages website. I'm a big fan of booking direct, especially when there's a killer deal, like 80% off the second sailor on select voyages. And so after I finished pricing it out, the grand total for two people with like all of the things that are included with the taxes and fees and blah, 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 the amount that I got is $2,984 for this May 24th 5-night sailing, which actually goes to my bucket list destination, which is Turks and Caicos. Very excited about this sailing. But this is the amount that I got. JC, what do you got?
So you did a sea terrace room?
Sea terrace room.
Okay, May 24th. My best price is $26.84 with $600 in Sailor Loot.
That is significant because on this deal, even though I'm getting over $1,400 in discounts, I don't get any sailor loot with this. And if you don't know what sailor loot is, basically it's your onboard credit that you can use on anything. You should check out the other video on what you can use it on. But $600 is pretty significant. You can do a lot with $600 in onboard credit. Boom. JC, how do people get a price quote with you?
They could drop me an email or go to bookwithcl.com and fill out the form, and I'll reach back out to you.
That's right. So make sure you check that out in the description below. Let's get back on the ship. So my mom, how tall are you, Mom?
Oh wait, are we on that right now?
Yeah.
Oh wait, are we on that right now? Oh wait, are we on that right now?
How tall are you?
4'11".
My mom's 4'11". How much do you weigh? Not that we should be sharing all these numbers here.
98 pounds.
98 pounds. My mom literally ate twice as much as I did at every meal. It was impressive.